Attention seekers and lovers of mystical tales. Get ready to embark on a breathtaking journey through enchanted realms in our captivating series, Midnight Murmurs. Join Ariana and Caleb as they decipher cryptic messages, face treacherous trials, and unravel forgotten prophecies. With each episode, you'll be transported to a world of magic and adventure. Don't miss out! Like and subscribe to Midnight Murmurs for a thrilling escape into a realm of mystery and destiny. Hit that notification bell to never miss a chapter of our enchanting saga. Chapter 1: The Veiled Moon. Ariana's heart pounded with anticipation as the ethereal glow of the moonlight cast a shimmering spell upon the hidden grove. She arrived at this sacred location, where the veiled moon only makes an appearance once every century, thanks to the prophetic dreams that had followed her around for weeks. As she walked deeper into the grove, the ground rustled beneath her feet and the air was thick with the scent of moss and age-old magic. Ariana's eyes swept the area in search of any indications of the elusive phenomenon she was looking for. Through the trees, a gentle breeze seemed to be calling her to move forward. She was accompanied by a tall, mysterious man named Caleb, who walked silently next to her. His emerald eyes shared her intensity and reflected determination as well as a hint of worry. Through their shared experiences, they had become closer, their souls entwined in a dance of fate. Ariana's thoughts were filled with inquiries. What contained the veiled moon? Why did it pick her? What did her dreams most importantly foretell? She yearned to solve the mysteries that had crept into every thought and breath she had ever taken. Ariana entered a clearing that was illuminated by a surreal glow as the forest grew denser and her steps grew lighter. The veiled moon started to appear there, in the midst of the old trees, creating an amazing sight that can only be described as a celestial veil casting a soft luminescence over the grove. Ariana and Caleb walked toward the ethereal spectacle with anticipation. The veiled moon's glow grew brighter, illuminating the clearing with an otherworldly radiance that made her feel as though she could almost hear the wind whispering ancient knowledge. Words appeared out of nowhere in Ariana's mind, as though a key had opened the floodgates of her consciousness. As the fragments of the veiled moon's message started to emerge, she was forced to pay attention to them. The weaver of dreams controls the threads of destiny. In unseen realms, your destiny is waiting. Look for the keepers of knowledge and power, and embrace the path illuminated by the moon. The words had such weight on them that they made Ariana's heart race. Her journey had only just begun, and it was still far from over. Her mission, which was tied to the mysterious worlds of werewolf lore, had been given to her by the veiled moon. Caleb looked at her, his face a mix of determination and worry. They understood that the threads of a mystical tapestry had joined their fates together, intertwining them. Together, they would travel further into the enchanted worlds, coming across legendary creatures, solving ages-old puzzles, and ultimately learning Ariana's true mission. Ariana experienced a rush of anxiety mingled with excitement as they left the grove behind. She had been put on a course by the veiled moon that would put her resolve to the test and require all of her courage. However, she was ready. Ariana was determined to heed the cries of the night now that they had a voice. Chapter 2: The Howling Forest. As Ariana and Caleb walked further into the howling forest, the wind rustled through the old trees. They moved slowly because the forest was renowned for its dangerous pathways and hidden dangers. Their spines tingled as the shadowy veil cast by the dense canopy above blocked the sunlight and gave off an eerie atmosphere. As they followed a cryptic clue passed down to them by an old seer, Ariana's heart pounded with anticipation. The phrases reverberated in her head as they made their way through the maze-like woods. Where the moonlight kisses the wolf's territory, seek out the pack to learn what they have learned. Respectfully whisper the ages-old phrases, as well as their secrets, which they won't ignore. The aroma of moist earth and moss filled the air as they went farther. Unusual howls that blended in with the rustling leaves were carried on the wind. Ariana's intuition and senses were sharpened as she became more aware of the rumored presence of the elusive werewolves in these woods. Around them, the forest appeared to come to life. Between the trees, shadows danced, forming before vanishing into the night. Fear and excitement both caused Ariana's heart to race. She was aware that the werewolf pack that watched over these woods held the solution she was looking for. The silence was broken by a rustle in the undergrowth, and two golden eyes emerged from the shadows. More eyes slowly began to open, observing Ariana and Caleb with a mix of curiosity and caution. They were located by the werewolf pack. The majestic animal with silver fur, the pack's alpha, stepped forward as Ariana held her breath. It appeared to have witnessed countless tales play out over the ages because of the wisdom and weariness in its gaze. Ariana spoke the ancient words she had been given, her voice laced with reverence, in response to the pack's presence, which demanded respect. We are looking for your knowledge to help us navigate the mystical wilderness. We look for the answers to the questions that unite these worlds. The eyes of the dominant werewolf twinkled with recognition. It could tell that Ariana was speaking honestly and that their mission was important. The pack gradually formed a protective circle around them. The werewolves exchanged stories of ancient prophecies, mythical creatures, and secret realms through a combination of howls, growls, and hand gestures. They revealed the mysteries of werewolf mythology, describing the complex interplay between man and beast as well as the potential for utilizing primal power. Ariana and Caleb listened intently, their minds taking in every word as the night grew darker. In the depths of the howling forest, they had discovered the missing pieces to the puzzle of Ariana's destiny. They left the werewolf pack with gratitude in their hearts, their resolve strengthened by their newfound knowledge. They returned, their steps lighter and their minds heaving with the weight of ages-old knowledge, as the forest bid them farewell. They continued their journey with the necessary direction in hand. Moving forward, Ariana and Caleb's relationship grew stronger with each step. They were ready to take on the upcoming difficulty and explore more of the mysterious realms that awaited them on their mystical journey. Chapter 3: The Labyrinth of Whispers. Ariana and Caleb were standing in front of the Labyrinth of Whispers' historic entrance when a palpable sense of anticipation filled the air. A gentle breeze carried faint echoes of enigmatic whispers that danced through the air and the towering stone walls of the structure appeared to contain centuries' worth of secrets within their weathered crevices. Ariana inhaled deeply, her heart racing in time with the unpredictability. The labyrinth would test their willpower and sharpness with each step. Together, they pushed the hefty doors open to reveal the dark passageway that lay in wait for them. The passageways of the labyrinth wound and turned, taking them farther into the maze. The walls' dancing shadows, created by the flickering torches, appeared to be whispering ancient secrets. They continued, their resolve unwavering, despite the colder air that sent a chill down their spines. They came across riddles carved into the stone walls as they continued their journey. Each one was an intellectual and intuitive challenge. Ariana and Caleb examined the complex symbols, figuring out their secret meanings and identifying the hints that would lead them further. The labyrinth seemed to come alive with each right answer, revealing previously hidden doorways and passages. The old stones moved and repositioned themselves, creating new paths that beckoned them to explore. However, there was risk everywhere. Deadly traps are waiting, set off by errors or incorrect responses. As her instincts honed, Ariana used her gut instinct to lead the group through the perilous obstacles in the labyrinth. Being with Caleb was a source of comfort and strength for her, and their unwavering relationship served as a lighthouse in the darkness of the labyrinth. There were challenges on their way through the maze. They came across magical puzzles that required careful consideration and exact actions. They encountered deceptions that put their perception to the test and demanded that they see through lies to determine the truth. Nevertheless, as a result of the relentless tests in the labyrinth, they became more resilient with each trial. Ariana and Caleb discovered a room illuminated by ethereal light as they continued down the passageway. A pedestal with a delicate key resting upon it stood in the room's center, which was pulsing with ancient energy. The mysterious purpose of the key seemed to hum with power. As Ariana reached out and lifted the key, her fingers shook. They were looking for answers regarding her true purpose, and its weight made them believe that it might hold the key to unlocking both the labyrinth and those answers. The ground beneath their feet shook abruptly. The path they had taken was blocked off by shifting, groaning stone walls. They had been selected by the labyrinth as worthy, and it had led them to this crucial location, the mysterious maze's center. Their souls were vibrated by a resonant voice that filled the room. The voice described intertwined destinies, overcome obstacles, and an unfulfilled purpose. Ariana and Caleb paid close attention, soaking up the knowledge that the labyrinth itself was imparting to them. Ariana and Caleb moved forward with the key in their possession and newfound understanding in their hearts. Their crucible, the labyrinth, had made them into people equipped to meet the challenges that lay ahead. They carried on with their journey, guided by the labyrinth's secrets and the weight of its whispers. They moved forward hand in hand, prepared to solve the mysteries that awaited them in the enchanted realms. Because they were aware that the labyrinth had equipped them for the challenges ahead, their resolve and bond became stronger. Chapter 4: The Song of the Sirens. At the edge of a lake that was glistening and reflecting the soft glow of the moon, Ariana and Caleb stood. An eerie melody that reverberated through the night and called to them with an irresistible allure had drawn them to this magical location. The Sirens' Symphony. The entrancing notes grew louder as they got closer to the shore, their melodic tendrils entwining in the air and entrancing their senses. A mixture of anticipation and caution filled Ariana's heart as she knew that the sirens held the key to reviving a long-forgotten prophecy. With ethereal beauty unmatched by any living thing, the sirens emerged from the lake's depths. Their harmonies blended with the soft lapping of the waves as their voices filled the night like honeyed whispers. The sirens' presence held Ariana and Caleb spellbound, their eyes locked in their mesmerizing gaze. The sirens drew them in with their alluring song, which spun a web of danger and desire. They were aware that the sirens' gift came at a high cost and had the potential to drastically alter their course of travel. The sirens' song changed as they approached the shore, its eerie melody changing into a riddle. The cryptic meaning of the words teased Ariana as they danced on the edge of her awareness. She understood that solving the riddle was the only way to win over the sirens and discover the prophecy they were protecting. Ariana's thoughts became clear as she dove into the depths of her knowledge and intuition during the sirens' ethereal song. Each word in the riddle contained a hidden clue, which she meticulously analyzed with unwavering resolve. Ariana responded to the riddle in a voice that was steady but tinged with anticipation, sending her words soaring through the darkness like a secret promise. The sirens' song paused as they nodded in agreement. They had discovered an honorable vessel for their prophecy. The sirens demanded a sacrifice, a portion of their very essence, in return for the prophecy. Caleb and Ariana looked at each other, their shared resolve obvious. They were aware that the journey they set out on required both large and small sacrifices. They exchanged a lock of their intertwined hair as a symbol of their unwavering dedication to one another and the path they travel, and nodded in agreement. The sacrifice was accepted with satisfaction in the sirens' eyes. They gently caressed Ariana's senses as they spoke, whispering the forgotten prophecy into her ear. Their knowledge weighed heavily on her and became entangled with her own fate. Ariana and Caleb sensed a newfound resolve flowing through their veins as the sirens retreated into the lake's depths, their song fading into the night. The prophecy led them deeper into the enigmatic worlds they had yet to discover, while also raising new questions. They left the enchanted lake's shores holding hands, their steps lighter and their hearts ablaze with purpose. The song of the sirens continued to play in their ears, serving as a constant reminder of the sacrifices made and the prophecies still waiting to come true. With the prophecy in their hands, Ariana and Caleb continued on with their relationship being closer than ever. They were aware that the sirens had shown them a glimpse of what lay ahead, and it was up to them to make their way along the uncertain path. Together, they faced the unknown while being guided on their mystical journey by the sirens' song, which resonated in the depths of their souls. Chapter 5: The Moonlit Masquerade. Ariana and Caleb were at the Grand Mansion's entrance when they noticed what was there. A night of suspense, enchantment, and hidden clues was promised at the Celestial Order's illustrious masquerade, the Moonlit Masquerade. The moment they entered the lavish ballroom, Ariana's breath became stuck in her throat. Roses and anticipation filled the air, and a gentle, ethereal glow filled the space. Dancers spun around on the marble floors wearing masks to conceal their identities, and crystal chandeliers glistened with sparkling reflections. While mingling with the guests while wearing elaborate masks and chic attire, Ariana and Caleb kept a close eye on every interaction and whispered conversation. They looked for hints and bits of information that could help them get closer to solving the puzzles that were connected to their journey. They moved through the crowd in unison, their connection palpable, and Ariana caught glimpses of well-known faces and strange intrigue. The guests conversed in low tones, their words full of veiled intentions and covert motives. A cluster of guests gathered around a portrait on an elaborate easel caught Ariana's eye. She came closer intrigued, her heart racing with eagerness. A phoenix, a mythical animal, was shown in the portrait with its wings spread and fiery plumes erupting all around it. A scholar wearing scholarly robes struck up a conversation with Ariana, eager to learn more. The scholar talked about the phoenix, its place in mythology, and its alleged relationship to the veiled moon. Ariana felt a flash of recognition and a sense of purpose as she heard the words. Ariana and Caleb found themselves drawn further into the mysterious celestial order as the night wore on. While dancing, laughing, and conversing, they were constantly alert for any hints that might pop up at the most inconvenient times. A mysterious woman wearing a mask covered in glistening stars caught Ariana's attention. The woman's smile held the promise of wisdom, and her eyes sparkled with secrets. Ariana came up to her, her curiosity leading the way. The woman teased Ariana's intelligence with her words, dropping hints at truths just out of her reach as she spoke in riddles. Ariana and Caleb's relationship grew stronger as their shared mission entwined their souls amid the whirling melodies and whispered conversations. Their hearts beat in unison as their gazes locked and they spoke in silence. They had come a long way and had overcome many obstacles, but their love for one another was stronger than ever. As the night went on, Ariana and Caleb discovered themselves in front of a massive marble statue that was the guardian they were looking for. The eyes of the statue appeared to search their very souls for the courage and conviction they possessed. They recounted their journey, their victories, and their unwavering faith in their purpose while speaking with steady voices and burning hearts. They received their final challenge, a difficult trial that would test their tenacity and resolve after the guardian was moved by their unwavering resolve. After leaving the moonlit masquerade, Ariana and Caleb accepted the gravity of their fate and braced themselves for the difficult test that lay ahead. In the tangled world of the celestial order, they had danced amidst secrecy, whispered with buried truths, and found love. With each step they took now, they got a little bit closer to solving the puzzles that would determine their future and serve their true purpose. Chapter 6: The Guardian's Blessing. Ariana and Caleb started their last mission deep inside the enchanted realms. As they made their way through a dense forest, the air was thick with magic and anticipation, and the burden of their journey weighed heavily on their shoulders. Ethereal creatures flitted between the branches, watching the travelers with interest as towering trees whispered long-forgotten secrets. A worn-out map in Ariana's possession showed a path leading to the Guardian's chamber in its faded ink. As they moved through the enchanted realm's maze-like passageways, their footsteps resounded in the sacred silence. While each step brought them closer to their goal, they were tormented by uncertainty. They entered a room that was filled with a mystical energy and was illuminated by a gentle golden glow. The guardian stood tall before them, a majestic figure dressed in flowing robes. The guardian's intense gaze bore witness to the countless difficulties faced and surmounted. Ariana and Caleb respectfully bowed, their eyes glistening with resolve. The weight of centuries and the knowledge of the realms reverberated throughout the chamber as the guardian's voice. "You must establish your merit before I can grant you my blessing and help you fulfill your destiny. The final puzzle piece can only be found by those with unwavering courage, selflessness, and a pure heart." Ariana and Caleb could feel the weight of their past struggles and decisions with every word they spoke. Their souls were penetrated by the guardian's gaze as he looked for the hidden truth. Their love and conviction were intertwined, and they had a silent understanding. Their resolve was put to the test, and the depths of their character were revealed as the guardian subjected them to a series of tests on a physical, mental, and spiritual level. They encountered illusions that challenged their understanding of reality as they navigated perilous obstacles and paths. Ariana's unwavering tenacity shone in the face of difficulty. She was agile enough to overcome obstacles, intelligent enough to solve challenging puzzles, and strong enough to resist temptations that would have led her away from her intended course. With his unwavering support and steady presence by her side, Caleb's love served as an anchor in the storm of difficulties. The guardian's expression softened as the trials drew to a close, a twinkle of admiration appearing in their eyes. The guardian said, their voice a mixture of awe and pride, "You have shown yourselves worthy. You have embraced the spirit of the ethereal worlds and are embodying the traits required to realize your potential." A brilliant light suddenly engulfed the room, illuminating the walls with a rainbow of hues. Before Ariana and Caleb, the last piece of the puzzle appeared, shimmering with age-old power and wisdom. As he got closer, the guardian put a hand on each of their shoulders. "With my blessing, I grant you the insight and direction required to sculpt the future. Accept your calling, you hold the power to determine the fate of the realms." Caleb and Ariana both experienced an energy surge that entwined their souls with the very essence of the enchanted realms. They had a fresh sense of purpose and a burning desire to make the world a more harmonious and balanced place. They exited the chamber with the guardian's approval and entered a world that had been irrevocably altered. They felt liberated and empowered in place of the weight of their journey. They were aware that their path would not be without difficulties, but with each step they took, their relationship grew stronger, their love serving as a lighthouse to lead the way. Armed with the guardian's blessing and the knowledge that their mission was intertwined with the very fabric of the realms, they set out on the last leg of their journey together. Thank you so much for joining us on this captivating journey through the mystical world of Midnight Murmurs. We hope you enjoyed this chapter filled with adventure, mystery, and the power of destiny. If you loved this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Midnight Murmurs for more thrilling episodes. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of our enchanting storytelling. And remember, The magic continues in the next installment, so stay tuned for more whispers of the night. Until then, may your dreams be filled with wonder and your heart be open to the secrets that await. Thank you for being a part of our Midnight Murmurs family.